Okay, so starting from the back, we've got two lawn chairs that we carry with us that live in the Thule Alpine Pulse cargo box. And then this is the sleeping setup. I did a no-build build because I'm a pretty big guy and I don't want to lose any of the limited headroom that already exists. So I went ahead and used a Thermarest Mondo King 3DX XL. It's a camping air mattress, and it was nice because I blew it up all the way, and then if it was too firm, over the course of the evening I could easily access and release some air to make it softer. And then just a couple of blankets, and then Andrea is using the real warmth device, which is our Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. It's really nice. It keeps you warm even when it's really cold. And that's actually what I used last night because it did get down to the 30s here in western Colorado. In the back, by the feet, I have a Jackery 500. And I use this for my CPAP machine, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a minute. But there's the Subarus have a cigarette lighter style power port down here. So that's what I plugged this into when I drove around yesterday. And then last night, I could just plug in my CPAP to this, and it ran it from 100% down to 11% over the course of the evening. So enough power to get me through a night. And then back here is my Eagle Nest Outfitter double hammock. So I've got my straps and then the hammock packed back there just in case I need them. This is overnight toiletry bag, so I could just grab it if I had to go in the middle of the night. I didn't need to use it, but I have it ready just in case. On the other side here, just some real basic stuff. Got some booster cables, a roll of duct tape back there, and a brush to keep things clean. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Indian blanket, nice warm blanket from our house, a couple of pillows, and a shawl there set to be like a pillowcase. This is my Alps Mountaineering chair. Big thumbs up. I enjoy it quite a bit. It is designed again for larger people like myself, and I find it very comfortable. Here's our kitchen. It's only set up for kind of looks right now, but we've got basically two boxes. I've got a pantry box and a kitchen box, and then my implements for cooking. Got the pan and a set of bowls and another set of bowls in there. And then I just use this Coleman 2-burner camp stove. Works great. And this is a cheap Walmart table that's literally falling apart, but it still works. When we're in driving mode, I just fold it in half and stick it under the back of the bed. And this is where my setup might be a little bit different. This is the CPAP machine I was talking about. Basically, if you have sleep apnea, you use the CPAP machine to keep your airways open so that you don't stop breathing over the course of the evening. So set this up next to the pillow, and I wear this at night. And its cable is running back to the Jackery back there. And over the course of the evening, I also had our two kitchen boxes in that space next to the bed. And then there's my water and the CPAP's case, and then all the toiletries and stuff you might need. A ton of bungee cords because you never have enough bungee cords. And bear spray. I do live in western Colorado, so bears are definitely a thing. It's a little too early for them to be out right now, but you never know, so I keep it handy. These are just some fine mesh window pullovers. I think they're the same ones that Chase uses in his videos. So last night I cracked the front window just a little bit and it worked great. They stayed pretty dark. And then driver's side, nothing's in there right now. You can see my coffee. And then in the driver's side window, just a real cheap sun blocking visor, and that helped kind of make blackout conditions last night. I keep hats on the headrests so that I never forget them. I'm pretty forgetful, so I've got a little hat and a bigger hat, and that works for me and for Andrea in case one of us forgets our hats. And looking in, nothing too fancy over here. More of the mesh on the passenger side windows, and then on the passenger side front seat, that's my closet, if you will. So I've got my hiking boots, some sandals to change into, pajama pants, daytime pants, hoodie and a jacket, all that stuff. I've also got some solar gear that I can lay out if I need to. A little solar power for charging like a phone, a bigger one for charging if I had like my laptop with me or something. And then this is just a little solar lamp that I often will just set on the dashboard, and that will charge during the day. And then this is the passenger side back. Got my cooler down here. This is a really crappy little camp pillow that I bought a long time ago, and all I'm using it for is so that the head end of my mattress doesn't have a big gap in it between where it ends and the cooler begins. And I could take that out if I wanted to and put a couple other things under there, but for now I left it in. And I've got some paracord and a compass on there just in case. And then this is what's called a Moki step. Andrea's mom got this for me. It's basically a step that attaches to this hook so that I can more easily access the cargo box space. And I found that really helpful. And then the final thing is the cargo box space, or what I call the attic. Right now, it's just firewood, and then the lawn chairs go in there. But it's also nice if we ever run into a situation where we've got a wet tent or muddy boots or whatever, we can keep them up there, not worry about the car. And then I've got a trash bag stuck in there someplace. Actually, a couple of little trash bags and one big trash bag, because we do pack it out if we pack it in. So that's a real quick tour of my vehicle. The only big change that I want to make after last night is investing in probably either a small white noise machine or a small battery powered fan, because my CPAP machine, usually I sleep with a fan on. Last night I did not, and the CPAP machine makes a really horrible high-pitched whining noise that was awful. And then the last thing, probably some sort of window covering for this big back window. I didn't know whether I'd need it or not, but after last night I think I'd like it. So that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching.